Greetings, I'm Crossknights, and this is an announcement video for February 22nd, 2017, my first one of the year of 2017. So, this is mainly because I have been musing about Patreon, and other times that people have asked me about Patreon, I've mainly said I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to feel obligated to keep on doing this. And, you know, it's like, even if I wasn't getting any money from this, I know I would still kind of feel obligated to do this, because I know that people like to watch my content. And, you know, I've been doing this for 6 years now. Sometimes it's, like, harder to motivate me, and, the biggest reason it's hard to motivate myself is because I also have a computer job where I work, and that uses up a lot of my computer energy brain, so I want to get away with it sometimes. But, yeah, that's the reason I didn't do a Patreon. The reason I'm kind of considering to try it anyway, even if I'm not going to get too much, one, just a bunch of people asked me about it, like, within a week, and it's kind of got me thinking about it. This was about a month ago. And one of them, I think it was Bella Zorna, I hope I'm saying her name right, she basically said, why don't you start a Patreon? There are people that put way less effort into their channels than you do that have Patreons. And that's probably a good point, because I do put hours and hours of time into this thing. And as far as, like, on the money front, this channel used to, like, really helped me with my finances when I first monetized. I think back in 2012. That was right when I lost my job. The graphic design work that I was doing for the company I was working for, the company went bankrupt, so and I knew what was going to happen, so I was a little bit prepared. But so I simultaneously moved to a new house that was way cheaper because it was like a moldy house, like, filled with mice and stuff. But the YouTube money helped a lot. It didn't, like, even pay my rent, but some months it was pretty close to paying my rent. And now I'm making, like, without getting specific, I only make about a fourth of what I used to make from back then. So what I'm getting at is that, like, every little bit might, like, it's getting to the point where it's going to start to help. And I'm also might have to look for, like, a third job, assuming I'm going to still count YouTube as a job. So that's another concern, though. Like, I might have to scale back the videos. And I've already scaled them back a little bit. I used to produce a video every single day. Now, sometimes there's a day or two where I don't. Sometimes 3, but, like, rarely 3. Like, I feel like there's just, like, a bunch of things I want to convey, and I don't even know what order or, like, how to convey them, I guess. The main point is, what do people think about this? Is there anything that I'm thinking that I'm, like, missing about starting a Patreon? Is there any reason not to? If you donated to me, and then, like, a month later I was like, I just can't do the channel anymore, I'm sorry, would you be, like, extremely pissed? I guess that's the thing. I can't see myself, like, just straight up stopping, period, but I definitely can see myself scaling back. And the reason I can't see myself stopping is, in January I announced that I was going to go on hiatus. I think it's pretty obvious that I did not go on hiatus. Partly because I had a lot backed up, but I was supposed to go on this trip to Florida, and I wasn't able to go due to unfortunate circumstances. And I still recorded, just like I wasn't on hiatus. So if I'm going to go on hiatus, it'll be later, I guess. I might still want to do that. But anytime, even when I'm starting just like I don't want to do the channel too much, that always goes away after about definitely a week. But even after a few days, I'm just like, I miss recording. I need to do it again. So I don't see myself stopping cold turkey, but, like, what if I did, you know? I think that Patreon has some type of refund thing where if you, like, screw up, you can refund everyone for that month. But I don't know. I actually haven't done too much research into how Patreon works. Also, the other thing is that Patreon, like Kickstarter, also offers, like, rewards. And I'm trying to think, I can't really increase the amount of time that I spend on this channel, so, like, having rewards worries me a little bit. They'd have to be something that took very little time. I said that I was going to draw pictures for people who donated to our 24-hour Drive Not Found stream, and I still haven't done that. That was back in October. I am trying to get back into drawing. If I actually get my act together and start drawing again, maybe I could draw some pictures for people if they donated a certain amount. I don't know, though. So if anyone has, like, ideas for, like, easy rewards or something, definitely feel free to tell me, because I'm at a loss for things that aren't going to take up extra time in my life. So any suggestions there are definitely appreciated. But yeah, what do you guys think? Is this a good idea? Does it make sense? Is there any reason not to do this? And if you're a person who's like, I don't know, I kind of just Patreon's always felt shady to me or whatever. Like, feel free to bring that up. Like, don't feel scared. I'm not going to be offended or anything. I'm just wondering if I'm missing anything. And again, I'll be surprised if I get like $10 a month from this, you know. But when I was doing it in my head, like, even if I did get that, that's still like $100 a year. When I do my monthly plan and like look at the finances that I'm losing every year, that could still make a difference. So I think that's the main thing. I just wanted to ask, you know, thoughts, opinions about that. When I had the same misgivings about even monetizing my channel back in the day, but once I lost my job, that pretty much just made the decision for me. So that's that. I'm, like, not very backlogged on a lot of my content, so there might be, I mean, that's a great time to, like, ask about starting a Patreon after saying, oh, there might be less content. But Chroma Squad's almost over. Batman only has the DLC left to release. And Plants vs. Zombies is going to be going on for like a year, so if you like my Plants vs. Zombies 2 stuff, don't worry about that. Because I've recorded quite a bit ahead, but I'm only on like level 4, and there are 10 levels, and it's already up to like part 20 or something, so I would not be surprised if it got up to like part 60. Might be like one of the longest part by part LPs that I ever made. This side is, you know, Gears. I recently bought Shadows of Mordor, and I love that game to death, and that will be my next LP to replace Batman. And then I just need to figure out what to do with the third slot. I did never beat Spore, and there's actually a commenter who was repeatedly asking me where the Spore videos are. I might go back to that for a little bit. I do want to get to the center of the damn universe, but then I'll figure out what'll be like the long time LP, because I don't quite know. I don't think it's been quite long enough for me to put an RPG, like an old school RPG. Like, I don't have like that burning desire in my heart, and it would probably be Breath of Fire too when I did that. But yeah, thoughts, questions, octopi? Feel free to post them. I am Crossknights. Thank you for listening, and I'll see how this goes. Your feedback does get through to me, because I think I have a pretty awesome fan base at this point. You know, I value people's opinions, and people have actually left some pretty thoughtful comments to me. And if I don't always respond, you know, just know that the chances are I read your comment. Like, again, I'm pretty sure I've read over 97% of my comments. The only time that I might have missed a comment is if it's like a reply to another comment and it goes lower, so I don't like see it when rescanning a page. But yep, that is that, and I'll see you guys later.